Welcome, my friends, to the last journal entry of the year. It's been quite the year of 2023, and so this is going to be the complete year in review of journal entry and all of the things on the channel. I had to kind of write it out a little bit so I don't forget because it's been quite the year. And as you can tell, I was like, should I clean things up and make it all tidy and different? But you can't, because that's the truth of what happens. For an AFOL in the studio, it's always a mess, I feel like, but I've been making a lot of progress on my sorting and organizing and doing things. I was breaking down the Advent calendar and then the other Advent gift series, creator series that I had built the other week. And so I broke things down. I've got to kind of put it all away. But I figured, that is one of the big things for this year. It was just a lot of breaking down, sorting. I still have a ton of sorting. In fact, I have an entire bin back there yet to sort. But that's going to have to be 2024 unless I have one more day while I'm recording this to do it. But it's not going to happen. There's still more football to do. So maybe the Super Bowl. I remember last year, this year, 2023, and the Super Bowl. I did the a multi-part series. I think it was building Darth Vader's castle at the time, and just had a lot of fun doing it. This year I might do something with the New Year's as well. So we'll see. But anyways, predictions will be in the next video. And so while you're here, make sure to like and subscribe. Do it now. Probably the big thing, as far as I look back at the year in review. So again, we went over a lot of sorting, and I feel really good about my collecting journey. Was really awesome. I couldn't believe, as I went through the videos, how many hauls there were and how many fun sets that I built. The one area I will say that I kind of fell short, a little disappointed, and I want to do a little bit better, and maybe just thinking small will help me get big in this area, is that I fell short in MOCs. So that's an area that I want to keep going into, especially as I get into like space and castle and even Star Wars. There's a lot of fun like scenes and different things that I'd love to do. I'm not really into modeling ships and building those types of things, but I love kind of having little scenes and different things. I may do some recoloring of certain ships as well, or different. Again, it's just a lot of fun, and that's part of why I like figures. There's microfighters is another area where I'd love to do a couple MOCs there. I never really got a lot of my ideas off the ground. So and a lot of it I just want to keep. Again, it was a great year for collecting figs. I did a lot there, made some pretty good progress. And part of it is because Lego does go back, and it's been kind of bringing characters to life that maybe weren't available. So a lot of really good stuff. Then I would say the other piece that especially really dove into earlier this year, and it kind of slowed down and I still have a little bit to go, was Advent calendars and battle packs. If you've been watching the channel, which thank you so much for watching, for those that have been loyal. There's over 400 of you subscribed to the channel, so it's been steady, making progress. I think I've been over 750 videos, and now there's I'm probably upwards of 800 videos that I've posted. Many of them, there's some of the older ones I've turned private. I'll probably go back through and turn a few more private, because they're just old, and they just kind of and you see the progress that you make in the videos, and some of them, like, the quality is kind of hard to watch a little bit. But back to Advent calendars and and battle packs. This was a huge year, at least in the beginning, for as far as my collecting journey. I just have a couple Advent calendars left. I really do need to kind of save up, because they're the most expensive ones. I do have one that's reasonably priced, still available, that I need to get. Obviously, I built this year's Advent calendar, so I'm always good. So the 2024 one, no matter what it looks like, I'm going to get it. So hopefully, Lego, please give me some good figs. That's the thing about those Advent calendars. We need good figs. Come on. this year, although it saved me, it's gonna save me from getting Omega out on the market. So now I was able to get Omega, and then this guy right here was a pretty nice snag. I mean, that really made it all worth it. And then I don't have any of, I didn't have the Endor Princess Leia version, so that was a really nice one as well. Otherwise, it's all about the parts. And then battle packs, I made made a huge dent in my battle pack collecting journey this year, and there was a lot of. Then I was able to collect them, and then I did reviews. So I'm really pretty close to mastering most of the battle packs. Unfortunately, in that one, I think I'm down to mostly expensive ones as well. So it's probably not going to happen this year in 2024, but we'll get into the predictions. But I could see myself getting down to like one or two advent calendars and down to maybe one or two elusive battle packs for the year of 2024. So it was a really good year of progress. And the thing is that's making it really hard is that LEGO keeps releasing battle packs, and I'm really excited. I was pleasantly surprised at the Ahsoka battle pack. In fact, I want to get one more in 2024. And then the other one that's just coming out, the other Clone Trooper battle pack that has the Shock Trooper, that has three of these guys, and then or no, it's three of the I think regular Clone Troopers, and then it has the new super battle droids. Like, I'm gonna need an army of those things. So, and there's three of them in there. That's incredible. That, like, before I was paying $6 to $8 a shot per super battle droid. So now to get three better super battle droids, like, honestly, that is the battle pack of the century in my opinion. 4 figures plus 3 super battle droids for $30. That's insanity. And you do get a couple of these standard ones too. And that's just incredible. So I think that could go down as, I'm hoping they're manufacturing enough of those, because it could go down as one of the greatest battle packs to ever be released. Now that's a 2024 thing, but it's just kind of showcases LEGO released last year all of the Hoth battle packs. They did the Ahsoka battle pack. So, and then they were still selling the. In fact, it was really hard to get. They had the other command post Clone Trooper battle pack. I forget what that one was called, but so there's been a lot of clones. It's been really good to see. Plus, you could say that the Republic tank was also it had Mace Windu, but it also was a battle pack of the purple clones. So in theory, there's been just like nonstop battle packs for clones, which has been super great. The other thing that happened last year that was just fantastic, and it was a lot of fun, but it takes a lot of time and effort, and I think that I still have some of the collection to do, is that I came across, my wife had a friend that was giving away their vintage collection. It was mostly Lego from 1998 to early 2000s. I think 2001, 2002 was kind of the latest. So it was like a 4 or 5 year span of just really diverse Lego, and some of it was Star Wars. There were some like Adventureland and all sorts of different crazy stuff, like some creator sets like Technic and stuff like that. So I've been kind of going through, and so now I've got a lot of cleaning to do. I'm gonna have to do at some point in 2024. I'm gonna have to do like a full peroxide bath for some of these old Lego, because it does get miscolored and kind of over time. I'm sure it was either in an attic or something, or just on display in a shelf in a basement somewhere. So that was really fun, and there's a couple episodes. It's fun. Some of those are even more recent. I still have one more episode to do. That'll be a 2024 thing now, that I have to finish that collection off. So it was pretty huge in terms of lots of parts, and they were very crusty and dirty. Then the other thing in general was, again, I continued my Mercari spree. So if you haven't joined Mercari, I have the link down below. It's still showing active just until, actually it supposedly is only active till the release of this video. I'm sure my code, that they'll probably relaunch the program it feels like every 6 months they keep renewing it. So I expect them to keep doing it. It's basically where you can refer friends into Mercari. So if you haven't done it before, it's really been great. I sold myself on the platform $358, and I immediately plowed that back in to purchase a lot of figures, especially or sets. In fact, I got the Blacktron Cruiser, I got the Castaway set, I got a bunch of figures that I missed out on the and have to get on the aftermarket because I missed out on it. So it's been a nice supplemental way to not, I really don't have a huge budget of buying Lego, and so buying and selling on Mercari has really helped me. And I keep it so that I keep it under the $600 threshold. Although they ended up, I think there's a moratorium right now on the $600 thing because I kind of wish it was a little bit higher. I'd probably be a little bit more aggressive. But in next year I'll set goals and make sure that I can keep selling, because if I can keep selling at that like $350, $400 to maybe $600 range, that's a really nice add into the collection to keep this thing going. Then the other piece that was a lot of fun, probably the highlight, if I'm looking at just awesome being part of this Lego community. I've probably taken a little bit of a step back in terms of the community itself and being really active, but Brickworld Chicago was a great opportunity for me to get to know other creators in the community. So if you went to Brickworld Chicago, shout out to you. It was awesome meeting you, and it was just an absolutely fun time, a couple days, and I'm really hoping that my vacation and my schedule allow me to attend Brickworld Chicago in 2024. Then I guess I haven't been doing a lot of live streaming. It's something, again, that's for the next episode to check out, because I've got some plans there. I'm really hoping to do a little bit more regular live streaming. That's something I really didn't do in 2023. I did a few, and then I did set up a couple I did. Probably the fun part that I did do was I tried to do some live streaming while I was watching like the Kenobi show and stuff like that. That was a lot of fun. It's just the timing on some of these. It's really hard when Disney was like launching these shows at like 2 a.m. It just gets too hard since this isn't my full-time job, right? And then I did go on a show, Full of Brick, so make sure to check out that podcast, Full of Brick. It is on Brick Adjuster and then No More Bricks channels. We also met at Brickworld Chicago, and then we did it was a pretty long, intense 2-hour show this last November. So that was a really fun experience. And, it's something I would never want to stream that long. It feels a little like it started to drag, but they kept it fun, which was great. But man, I telling you, streaming for more than an hour or so is really, really tough to do. Then the other thing that, as I went through my videos, is that just kind of going through some of the themes and things, I felt, again, really strong on Star Wars. I had a lot of fun doing the Pick-a-Brick Wall. Was definitely huge. There's going to be changes coming to Pick-a-Brick Wall, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that. And then what else? Oh, yeah, I think I touched on this. The just so many hauls, and that's really the point of the channel. Part of the point of the channel is to just journalize my experience, share it out there to you. You may have some of the same interests, or just, again, the same experience, and it's just been a fun ride. And I just thank everybody for joining me on it. And part of the reason, some people are like, why do you do hauls? Why do you do reviews? Why do you do some of these things? And I feel like I'm in this learning mode because I'm new to this whole thing. I'm not new to necessarily Lego. I'm just getting back into Lego, but sharing it and being part of it, and like mocks and all of this, I think it requires like some subject matter expertise and having fun. And I'm not always as creative, but I'm really learning as I go. And and that's something that we'll get into my goals, is that just want to keep on learning about the bricks, even things as simple as like what is the color? Is this dark brown? Is this light brown? Like what are the color names? I keep screwing them up. I make lots of mistakes. I think that's the fun part about doing this, is that I'm learning as I go. I made lots of mistakes in 2023, but I also did some really cool things and learned a lot along the way. So what else did I miss? I had my list. 2023 was the peak and demise of dots. And then probably outside of Star Wars, Castle. And then, I mean, I didn't really do much Castle this year, so that's definitely, I guess Castle is getting pushed to 2024. It's gonna happen. I promise you, 2023 or 2024 is gonna have some Castle. I need it. I've been building my collection. I have a lot of sets to build. It's gonna happen. Oh, the only thing I did get was the Forest Men thing. I did build that. That did happen. And I did collect a whole bunch of Castle, but I just didn't do a lot of building in Castle. I did some space. We did some classic space. In fact, I've got more to come. It's going to be heavy classic space in the beginning of the year, but I'm going to transition to Castle and keep Star Wars going for sure. The other thing that was great this year was that I showcased my Brickheads collection, which is nice. I'd love to have it on display behind me at some point and keep that going. I'm very selective with Brickheads. I don't want to be like advent calendars or battle packs where I feel like I've got to collect every single one of them. Because, well, first of all, a lot of them I don't really care about because it's like DC and Marvel and Harry Potter and all this other stuff, and I'm just not into it, so I would just break it down and use it for brick anyways. But I do like little Brickheads. They're kind of fun. I love Microfighters. We kept that going. That's been kind of slow these days and not as exciting, so Ben Brick Designs, we're going back. Maybe that's why I need to do some mocks around the Microfighters. There is a rumor of a really cool Microfighter that might come out next year with Rex. That's kind of the rumor mill starting here in 2023. And then the last one is that I did a decent amount of Creator 3-in-1. I'm probably not going to do as much Creator 3-in-1 going forward, unless there's a couple sets here and there that I'm looking for. But that's we'll see how that pans out in 2024. So with that is the year in review. Let me know in the comments what is one thing that you had positive or one thing that you learned in 2023, because it's what it's all about. It's about this journey, and we're learning here together, and we're here to collect this brick that we all love called Lego. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next year on Journal Entry. Bye for now.